then what happen? There is a huge amount of arc formation. This arc may be melt the contact terminals, and so we required some extinguished media to quench the arc. Depending upon media, the circuit breakers classified. If you are using the oil, it is known as oil circuit breaker. If you use the SF6 gas circuit breaker, or vacuum circuit breaker, or air blast circuit breakers. This can be used rated on depend upon voltage range. Now, so it can be operated successfully when by giving the signal from another equipment, just as a dummy, it is followed the instruction of other equipment. Now, you are open the circuit. Now, we close the circuit by instructions from other one. What is that one? Important one, that is relay. Relays, it is an automatic device which senses the abnormal fault conditions in an electric circuit and gives the trip signal to circuit breaker. Now, relays. Relay is a static phase. It senses the abnormal conditions in the power system. How it is possible? Because in power system, main electrical characteristics are current, voltage, power factor or frequency, and phase angle or direction. Under normal condition, these values are within limit. When any fault occurs in the system, these values are violated. The violation values sensed by relay coil and gives a signal to circuit breaker. Now, you are ready to open the circuit from fault section to healthy section. This is possible by using another equipment. To perform the relay successfully, we require other instrument. Relay is it senses the abnormal conditions, it gives a signal to circuit breaker. Okay. So, relay the static piece, how it is connected to high voltages and high current system. We required, so voltage may be 400 kV voltage, there is a high electrostatic field around the conductor, and current is hundreds of amperes. We may not be connected directly to the relay to the circuits, and so we required some instrument transformers. To perform relay successfully, we required instrument transformers. So, you can see the instrument transformers. These are used in the station at switch yards to supply the electrical energy to measuring instruments and relays with voltages and currents exactly proportional to those in main circuit. Its main purpose is to avoid handling of high voltages and currents directly for control purpose at safe distance. Now, it is a very interesting instruments, is a CT and PT. In substation, the feeder carries hundreds of amperes to load centers. Now, the current transformer is connected in series, primary is connected to the series, and it has two secondary circuits. One secondary circuit is connected to the indicating meter, that is a measuring meter or ammeter. So, another secondary is connected to the relay circuit. Generally, the CT ratio, if you are seeing any substation, there is a 100:1:1. That means 100 means the primary current, primary coil current, and 1 ampere means the secondary of one coil is connected to ammeter and calibrated such that it indicates 100 amperes. And secondary coil is connected to relay circuit, which is to be protected. If in the primary current increase to 200 amperes, then proportionate current increase to 2 amperes, then the relay sense. So, now the current values are increased to double, then you open the circuit. Something is happened in the system, then you isolate the circuit, it gives a signal to circuit breaker. And in case of PT, the potential transformer, A potential transformer, the voltage itself in substation step up to 400 kV high voltage. This high voltage, there is an electrostatic field. We have to step down to 110 volts. This transformer, the high voltage to the low voltage, that is the 110 volts. It has the two secondaries. One is connected to voltmeter, as the another is connected to relay circuit. And so in case of some relays, in case of the impedance relays, we required current transformer circuit as well as the PT circuits to operate successfully. These are mainly used for the avoid the electrical shocks. Now, so let us see remaining one. So we used to perform circuit breakers, we require the relays. To work relays successfully, we require the instrument transformers, that is the CTs and PTs. Now, the second, this part is the bus bar. What do you mean by bus bar? Here you can see bus bar. The conductors to which several sources or feeders are connected is known as bus bar. It carries heavy current. Just like in APS-RTC bus, it carries the passengers. But in case of our power system, it draws the current based on load demand. It takes the current from the generators and gives the same is to load centers. Generally, the bus bars is a different ratings. The conductors used in bus bar system, ACSR conductors. In substation, namely the panther conductors, zebra conductors, dog conductors. These are some examples of ACSR conductors used in different stages of power station. Here you can see the figure. Here is the bus. If current capacity is more, then we can use the two conductors, double conductors. Sometimes we can use the hollow conductors or tube, galvanized tube. This is one example of bus bar system. How it is bus bar is connected to different loads and or CTPT, you can see by using clamps. Here is the bus bar. It is connected through one jumper through clamps. It is an example of bus bar system. Now, another is the reactor. What is the main function of reactor? Current limiting reactors. Current limiting reactor is basically a coil having large inductance and low resistance. It may be employed to limit the fault current in the station itself. Just it is a current limiting coil. So, we know that the coil having the large inductance and less resistance. Due to this one, it has a property. The large inductance always opposes change in current in instantaneously. If fault occurs in the system, it draws the more number of times of load current. Then, due to presence of this reactor, it opposes, don't change the current instantaneously from some low value to high value, hence it limits the some short circuit current. If reactors are used in bus bar, then it is known as bus bar reactors. If it is used in generator circuit, generator reactors. If it is used in feeders, it is known as feeder reactors. Just these are used to limit short circuit conditions or value of short circuit current. Now, let us see the